Okay. So, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome back. We're happy to have you. On this episode of Salty Sundays, we're bringing an OG. Well, not necessarily an OG, but definitely someone you see around town. Enter one, Jeremy Jensen, Anchor and Sales Tattoos. This is a man who's bringing tattoos and piercings to the small coastal town of Crescent City. We're happy to have him, and we're happy to have you, and we hope that you enjoy our show. Rory, cue the intro.
Directional, so it's just into the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. All right, man. We got Jeremy in the studio today, in the booth.
In the booth.
How you doing today, brother?
Great. You?
Doing good, man. Yeah, it's just a beautiful Crescent City day.
Yes. No more rain for right now.
Right, and the weather around here is so unpredictable. So, you doing good?
I'm doing great.
How's your New Year been so far?
So far, so good.
Good.
2024. Crazy.
2024. I know. We're officially living a time where we could be like, remember back in 22 or 23, you know?
Yeah. I know a lot of times I feel like I'm still stuck in like the early 2000s. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that was 20 years ago.
God, it's weird to think about. Like, I saw this AT&T commercial the other day with the guys from Scrubs,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then you're just like, oh, shit, everybody's getting older.
Right?
It's like that Fleetwood Mac song, you know? And I'm getting older, too.
Yeah.
So, Anchor and Sales,
Yeah.
how's business going?
Good. We're coming out of the slow season. Things
Okay.
are picking up. You know, I think all the businesses around here during that fall, winter time kind of tourism
Right.
kind of drops down.
Right.
But yeah.
Heck yeah. For those of our listeners that don't know, Jeremy here is the owner of Anchors and Sales Tattoo.
Yeah, Anchors and Sales, tattoo, piercing, and hair.
Piercing and hair, yeah. It's like, I think it's the only place in town you can get piercings, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so, as far as I know.
Yeah.
We get people that come all the way from, like, Gold Beach.
Right. Yeah.
Because along the 101 here, I guess Oregon makes it really kind of hard to get a piercing license up there. So.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause you have to go to a piercing school. Or you have to, not piercing
Tattoo
school.
school? I don't know. I think they
Some-
might have a piercing school.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
yeah.
all kind of goofy.
I love your guys' shop, though. I think that's also a big part of it. You know, you go in there, everything looks just, like, really cool. Like what you guys did with the floor.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, that's beautiful. James Macklin, my buddy Jim, him and I laid that down, and
Yeah.
it's
You can stare at that thing for hours.
right. Yeah, I wanted when I was thinking of like the interior layout, I wanted to kind of represent the different elements of this area here. You know, we got the all the trim and shelving and everything is all second growth local redwood.
Right.
The barn doors made by the talented Steve Ivano.
Okay.
He's
So,
a
Steve.
local guy. Yeah. And then so the epoxy floor there, we kind of had a flow, kind of like a river.
Right. No,
representing
yeah.
the Smith
Yeah.
River.
Yeah.
The turquoises and the nautical theme, obviously the ocean. You know, we're a port town or a sea town here.
Heck yeah.
And then the redwoods, the ocean, the river.
It's beautiful. I go there to I see Angela. So I'm
Yeah.
at your shop like every other week to get my haircut. She's an
Yep.
awesome barber.
Yeah, she's amazing, man. She's a second generation barber. She's been barbering for 36 years now, I think, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's so sweet.
I love her accent.
She's a Appalachian.
Appalachian girl.
Yeah, and
Tennessee.
it's crazy that the her accent carries for so long. She hasn't
Yeah.
lived there in quite some time, you know.
Right. Yeah, she's super cool, and she's actually like, I'm such an impatient person. She's the only barber I can go to, and that I trust, that I could go there same day, get my haircut, and like you could just go like in the waiting room. You don't got to make an appointment or all
Yeah,
that
that's
crap.
what I love about it is she's just first come first serve.
Yeah, right on, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I am from Wisconsin. I grew up
Wisconsin.
in a geographical exact center of Wisconsin, a little town called Pittsville. It was like this little farm community in
Okay.
between two bigger cities. So it was like a lot of people live there. It's kind of like suburbia
Gotcha,
in a
gotcha.
sense. But yeah,
Wisconsin, the home of beer and cheese.
beer and cheese and the
That
good
70s
old
show.
Packers.
Yeah, the Packers,
Yep.
who are playing today.
Yep. See what happened to Aaron Rodgers? He left, and then
And now look,
karma's a
Jordan Love, right? He's
Yeah.
coming in. picking up
yeah,
steam.
and he's kind of finding his groove. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at Rodgers, like his first year
Yeah.
after Brett disbanded, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes a while.
Takes a while. No,
Yeah.
but here they are in the playoffs. They're playing the Cowboys. Man, it'll be amazing if they beat the Cowboys. I mean, that would just be.
Yeah, they haven't had the best season. I was really surprised that they're
It made it.
it made it there, you know. But last week they whooped on the old Vikings, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Wisconsin, small town. How small are we talking? How small is it?
824 people.
Damn. And
When I was there, and I think it's up to maybe 900 now.
so not a lot of growth there.
No, it was a lumber. Well, it got its name Pittsville from the family that founded it.
Okay.
The Pitts family. They were lumber tycoons. We
Lumber
have
tycoons.
that runs through there is a major river.
Okay.
Is the Yellow River. So that was a good place there. I guess back in the like early 1800s or whatever, early 1800s. They had like 5 or 6 mills there. It was a very large city. Back then, it was kind of like a hub.
Right.
But the same year that Chicago burnt down, Pittsville also burnt down.
Oh, damn.
Wiped out like a majority of it, and then I guess it just never grew
Recovered.
back.
Yeah, and it's probably not off of like a major highway, I'm assuming, or something like that.
Not in like the interstate system or whatever, but it
Right.
is kind of there's Highway 13, County Trunk A, and Highway 54, which
Okay.
are kind of major highways in the center there. It kind of shoots you off if you want to go east over towards like the Fox Valley area, which is like Green Bay, Oshkosh,
Yeah.
that, or if you want to go west towards Minneapolis, and you have like Eau Claire, Rice Lake.
Gotcha. So you grew up there as a kid then in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I was born in Waukegan, Illinois, but my folks moved up to Pittsville when I was like 6 months old. So,
Okay.
it was my mom and dad had worked at this plastics factory down there, but
Oh man,
I was
that
born in
sounds-
'76, and around that time is when Waukegan started getting kind of Gary Indianish.
Oh, okay.
It started getting really bad as far as crime and
Gotcha.
just poverty.
So you grew up in this town, so it would have been like the 80s, your childhood, and then
Yeah.
like the 90s kind of was when you were kind of rolling into more like adulthood. So what drew you towards tattoos then? You know, because I'm sure back then, you know, tattoos weren't as
Oh no!
Yeah, it wasn't like it is now,
it was kinda-
obviously.
yeah, you know, it was the rebels, bikers, and
yeah.
ladies of the night. You know,
Little
yeah, it
worn
wasn't.
puppies.
Yeah, you didn't see everybody running around with tattoos. It was. I was a grunge kid, you know.
Okay.
I wrestled from kindergarten up until my freshman year. Played football my freshman year. Then I went to found the dark side. Found the devil's lettuce, marijuana.
Oh,
Yeah,
marijuana.
Marijuana. But yeah, and then you know,
that kind of
as-
opened the doors to maybe
Yeah.
some more alternative
It
lifestyles.
was the Doors, actually, Jim Morrison. That kind of, I had that movie, The Doors.
Yeah.
Amazing. It came out, and I watched that, and just really changed my mind and gave me it opened a door.
It's like
It
a
was
new
like,
perspective.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got into poetry and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Did you move out of that area at that time?
No, not until, well, let's see, I graduated, and then me and 2 of my buddies that summer decided we were going to hitchhike around.
Okay.
So spent a summer homeless, just kind of couch surfing.
Nice. How old were you?
19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a prime time to be homeless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sucked though.
yeah.
So you couldn't go to the bars, you know.
Right.
You had to be 21, so But yeah.
How far did you make it hitchhiking?
We ended up just going over. It's probably about I don't know, 200 miles. Under 200 miles, a little more than 100 miles, I think, over to the Fox Valley area. There.
Okay. Nice,
Over
man.
if you're looking at Wisconsin, the thumb that sticks out in the Lake of Michigan is kind of like right here.
It's so funny as like West Coast people. I don't know if it's just me, but we are so geographically like stupid as far as like knowing. It's like I know with confidence to about Utah. No, Colorado. I'll say Colorado, right?
Same line.
Then after
Yeah.
then after that it's just like and that's the other side of the country. I know where Texas is at in
Right.
Florida.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been fortunate enough throughout my life here to be able. I've traveled to all 48
Wow.
mainland states. Yeah, the only 2 states I haven't been to is Alaska and Hawaii.
Okay.
But I've done it multiple times. But I mean, this is really a beautiful country. The landscape, and it's crazy from West Coast to East Coast. The difference,
Right.
from the Rockies to the Appalachia.
Oh, it's so much diversity around. Have you spent much time in like Phoenix, Arizona? Or in that area at
A little
all?
bit of time down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Southwest.
Yeah,
Arizona, New
Southwest.
Mexico. Spent a little bit of time down in Taos. I actually almost moved to Joshua Tree or
Okay.
29 Palms instead of here. But I didn't. But
Okay.
yeah, I love the desert, man.
Nice. Yeah, I'm from Phoenix. Well, born in San Diego, but
Yeah.
I moved to Phoenix when I was a kid and grew up out there. So I have a love for the desert, and a lot of people are kind of, baffled by that. Like, how can you love it out there? But the desert has a beauty of its own.
Yeah, you can really find yourself.
Yeah.
It's
Or lose yourself.
Yeah,
Peyote.
peyote.
Yeah. So, okay. So, at what point in your life did you start getting into tattooing?
Well, it was like my senior year.
Okay.
High school. I had some buddies that were a grade or two above me
Uh-huh.
that had started getting some tattoos, and then my best friend, his older brothers, they were kind of like the metal dudes,
Yeah. Yeah.
the rebellious, long-haired
Right.
rockers, and they were getting tattoos and stuff like that, and I just liked the aesthetic of it, and I've always loved art, and it was just cool.
And then you decided you're gonna pick up a tattoo machine and just give it a shot.
I didn't. I went and got my first 2 tattoos from this old biker tattoo guy. His name was
Okay.
Cam.
Camp?
Cam.
Cam.
Yes,
Shout out
C-A-M.
to Cam.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's still around, man.
We hope you're still around.
Yeah. But what's crazy is a couple of years after I got tattooed by him, he got in this bar fight and the guy broke beer bottle on his face and
Oh.
ended up like making him blind in one eye.
Oh,
He's still tattooed.
So did he have
Should
an eye
not
patch?
have. But
Did he have an eye patch?
yeah.
Just rocked that. That'd
Dude,
be so.
pirate style.
I'm
yeah.
telling you, if I go to a tattoo shop, like the guy with the eye patch, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna. That's one place where I'm gonna trust that guy.
You guys been
Like-
through some stuff.
Like, yeah. You're like, that guy is seen some stuff. Now he's blind. He's seen so much stuff. He's lost an eye.
Yeah.
Damn. So.
But so what happened is how I got into it and I got my apprenticeship was my high school sweetheart, the mother of my oldest son. She was two years behind me.
Okay.
And she went to a different school. But so I was graduated and I used to go pick her up. Well, before I would go pick her up, I had time to burn when I got off of work. So I went and got tattooed by, which eventually be my mentor, Dan Greenwood.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I got tattooed and we kind of hit it off. And then I'd just go in there and kind of hang out for like
Yeah.
half an hour or whatever. And then we just hacky sack.
Like
Just
literal
play,
literally playing hacky
yeah,
sack.
playing hacky
You guys
sack
had
and
some
stuff. Yeah,
hacky skills or what?
yeah, dude. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
listening to like Pearl Jam and hacky sacking for hours?
Well, he's a big Kiss fan. I hate Kiss. I think
Okay.
they're the shittiest band in the entire existence of music. Talentless. But yeah. But no. So yeah, a lot of Alice in Chains, Typo Negative. But he got me into like death metal, like Cannibal Corpse, Carcass, Deicide, Venom.
Oh, Venom, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a hardcore one right there.
Yeah.
Burzum, no, I'm just joking. That's a different type. But
Whitney Houston.
oh man, Eliza Minnelli.
Now you're talking about it, man.
I love me some
Milli
Eliza.
Vanilli.
Ooh, some Chris.
Hey, I got
Cross.
my money back on that cassette. Yeah, that was the deal. Was once they got the court case finally settled or whatever, and they lost it. You know that it was like what is it, plagiarism or forgery
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I took the deal was you could take your cassette back to where you got it, so I took it back to Sam Goody. That was
Sam, I remember Sam.
remember
Goody.
Sam Goody, dude.
remember
Yeah, it
Sam
was a
Goody's.
great music store.
Yeah, there was another one that was a lot like that. But there's like in every mall in America, pretty much.
Yeah, it was Sam Goody and
What was that place called? I feel like it was blue. It was like had a real blue tint to it.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Oh man, that's gonna bug me. Maybe I'll look it up
Yep.
later. But so this guy Dan
Greenwood.
So that was the
Okay,
first
yeah. So
shop
we
you-
started hanging out, and then I just started kind of helping him out. You know, he didn't have.
And this was
just
in
him.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, in Wisconsin
Same-
Rapids.
Rapids. Okay.
Which
okay.
is like 27 miles or something like
a
that.
little
100.
bit of a bigger place.
Yeah, that was it was a lot of people. This is how what do you call it? Capitalism ruins America. So
Gentrification.
yeah, well, what it was that the Meade family had owned the large paper mill
Okay.
up there, which was a huge employer. A lot of people worked there. You know, they made good money, had pensions and wherever like that. All through the 80s up until the 90s. I mean, well, I think they were obviously around since probably way before that. But, you know, but they had, they basically ran the town. They were the good old boys.
Yeah.
So
They were the McCoys, the real McCoys.
the real McCoys. But they had basically ran the town and kept everybody else out. Boeing wanted to put in a plant there.
Okay.
They cock blocked that.
Okay.
Hershey wanted to put in a plant. They told them no. And they went to the city and they said, if you allow this to come in, we'll pull out. So he's like, you know, because they had like the
I hate
the
stuff like
Meade,
that, I'll be honest
which
with you.
was like the fancy hotel. I mean, this family had like there's the Wisconsin River runs right through Wisconsin
Yeah.
Rapids, and the mills are right there. And there's this little island that goes out in the middle of the river. They own that. They had like this fancy ass bridge. You know, I mean, it was like
Meade Island.
yeah,
Pull the car around front, Charles.
yeah. Jeeves.
And Jeeves, bring the boat. I would like to go to my island. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, well, then flash forward 10 years later, they ended up screwing the city anyways. They sold all their stuff to this Swedish company,
Dunder
Storenzo
Mifflin?
or something. Yeah. Dunder Mifflin, Ohio.
Damn. So
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 yeah,
that was the
then
ta- that
then
was-
they
yeah.
sold that off, which crushed
The
the
economy.
local economy there
Yeah.
because that's where everybody was employed. All of a sudden, you have like, you know, probably 2,000 people scrambling looking for a job. I mean, what's nice about that area, and I think people don't realize, is that that area of central Wisconsin, like just a little bit north of Pittsville, down to like the Madison area there, like the central hub, is the second largest producer of produce in the nation, next to the San Joaquin.
Really?
Yeah.
and
Because it's the soil's rich there. We used to always joke,
that
you don't have to have a
mid-soil.
green thumb. You just throw a seed down, and it'll just grow. Yeah.
hold on, John.
Thank you.
Yeah, the glasses do create a very.
They
good
are
vibe.
prescription. I'm not just trying to be cool.
You guys just gave Crescent City and all people who have the privilege of listening to this podcast 100% increase in their geographic knowledge in California.
Of the greater Wisconsin area.
Just in that
Thanks.
We're educating the masses.
That's right. You got to keep on learning. If you ain't growing, you're dying.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
I'm a
yeah,
grower.
there's that hub there. And the reason that it's so rich is because the Wisconsin glacial runoff was the last in North America. That's where the glaciers plowed through.
Right.
But they left. That's where they kind of landed there by the Great Lakes area. So you have all this sediment, just rich nutrients, just
From just
packed into the soil.
That's
You
some
know what I
good
mean?
water right there. for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so you started tattooing at this shop. Okay, do you remember your first tattoo?
Yep.
Can you walk us through how that happened and what that was like and what it was?
My first tattoo.
Your first ever tattoo, like not. I mean,
Me doing a tattoo.
yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, my mentor. It's my shittiest tattoo. I did a little nautical star on my ankle there. Look at that
Okay.
pile. Woo! Blowout City.
Hold on.
That's a Jim Dandy there.
We're gonna put that on the pod.
Heck yeah. But what's cool is so that's my first tattoo.
Okay.
This
So that's the first one you ever did.
ever did.
Okay. What about the first one you ever did on somebody else?
Yeah. It was my buddy Keith.
Keith.
Yeah. And it so he got it on his shin. It was just like a little tratty rose, you know?
Okay.
But I went to shave him, dude, and I gouged him.
Oh, you got him good with the
dude,
razor.
You're gonna do it like right here, like on his shin, kind of. That's
Yeah.
thin skin. That's a tough area.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and
Women shave that every day almost.
right? I'd go get it lasered if I was a lady, but but yeah, dude, I gouged him, so he ended up doing on his left left shin or left leg.
Oh, really?
Instead, yeah, because you can't. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I
So,
got him good.
so what's your favorite style of the tattooing now?
It's still traditional or neo-traditional.
Oh yeah,
I love that stuff. I mean, it's just the saying, you know, bold will hold.
yeah. No,
You-
that's something someone told me when I was younger, when I was like 18, 19, and it kind of just followed me. I was like, I always loved traditional, and I always loved bold tattoos, and I just kind of stuck with it.
But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he delivered one of Andrew Dice Clay's babies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
True
I guess,
story.
I guess we'll let him chatter right there then.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. So, anyways,
Yeah.
cheers, brother.
Oh yeah. Cheers, man. What are you drinking?
The Heiser Bomb. They just got the Heiser Bomb back, dude. I haven't had this
okay.
in years. I usually drink the Fog Bang. That's my favorite.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
My favorite beer here is the Wit beer.
The Wit.
Yeah, I love that beer so much.
Nice.
Have you ever been to one of our open mics here that we do on Sunday, the comedy ones?
No, I have not. You host that, right?
No, Drake does. Drake Nelson. I just.
Oh, is that the guy from Elk Valley?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it. My days off are Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
So usually I
chilling hard.
take part of the Sabbath and
Yeah.
and relax.
Right. No, for sure. Yeah. If you ever want to make it out, it'd be pretty cool to
Yeah.
have you.
What time is that?
It's just at 7. We do it from 7 to 8. Just a
That's
little-
here at Porta Pines.
Here at Porta Pines.
in the Riva room, right?
And the Riva room, man. I love this little room, man.
Riva,
It's so
Las
cool.
Vegas.
So
Oh, it's Rira. I wanna say
Rira.
Riva.
I thought maybe,
Like the
maybe
Riviera?
when you said that, I was like, well, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. I was like,
Yeah, the R's actually,
don't
you know,
read-
it's capitalized there, so it has a
Makes a
sound
V.
of a V.
it's the Gaelic language. None of us
Yes.
really understand it.
No, nor did they.
Nor do they. And we can say that because we probably have Irish in us.
Oh, definitely.
So the traditional style is your favorite style to do, or neo-traditional.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I can't lie. I feel like that's the most timeless tattoo style.
It just is.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why you look at like your grandpa's tattoo that was in
Yeah.
the war or whatever and got a tattoo. You can still make out what it is. You know, it might be a little muddy or whatever. But you can see what it is. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, that's an equal globe and anchor. You know.
Yeah,
Or
they all
that's-
have meanings to
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Like
That's
Sailor
what's
Jerry
cool about
stuff.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I have my newest apprentice here, so that's the first thing is history.
I think I met him the other day.
Yeah,
Nice
David
kid-
Carlos, man.
Yeah, nice
That
kid
kid's
from Brookings, right?
Super nice, yeah, and very talented. I'm stoked to have him.
It's funny because I've lived in the area for about 7 years now, and when I first moved here, started working at Brookings, and I worked at I moved to Brookings. I started working at this place called Zola's. Well,
Yeah.
back then it was just a little pizza box,
Yep.
you know, and he used to come in when he was a kid, probably in high school, and I used to see him there with his buddies. And then I was getting my haircut the other day, and I saw him there. I'm like, yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know, yeah.
That's funny too, because my other apprentice Bree,
Yeah,
talented Bree Ellis.
she's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
man.
dude, she's killing it.
She's gaining a
I'm
lot of
very proud
notoriety.
her. Yeah, she should. She's really. It's crazy how fast. I didn't expect her to pick it up so fast, but she's just talented all around. That
She's
girl
one of those
can
people.
sing. She's a musician. Does hair, makeup, art, painting, whatever. She can do everything.
Some people just have that, and I don't know if it's this, but you know, some people have like a baseline like intelligence or able to pick things up and just like if they want to get really good at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have that. I really gotta try hard at one thing if I want to even gain, mediocre skills at it.
Right? Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
Yeah. No, but I think it's good to be well-rounded.
It is.
I noticed that with when I was younger, dating different girls and that, and they were always like blown away that I knew to do like just simple things. Like, I mean, I was in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. So
Okay.
I learned a lot of that. And growing up in a small farm community like that, we're out in the woods.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do that.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of wildlife you got out there in Wisconsin?
And good old
here it
Wisco
co-
there
it
in the
just came out.
Northwoods there. They got white-tailed deer is the
Okay.
big hunting.
Okay.
You got snowshoe hare or snowshoe rabbit,
Yeah.
which is another big hunting one. A lot of guys, they run their packs of beagles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything. It's
Any sort of predatory animals? Like you guys got any like wolf problems or bears?
bears. They reintroduced, like, I think when I was in high school, they reintroduced the timber wolf.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I heard that doesn't go so well.
They're definitely the highest on the food chain, other than the black bear. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And if you've never seen a wolf in person, that's a big
thing.
animal.
Oh yeah, I've seen when you have like a 75-25, wolf, maybe Malamute or
yeah.
husky
You
one.
don't want that, dude.
Yeah. No.
You're part of the
insane.
pack.
Yeah. It's
They do. You don't leave that dog at home. That dog's with you all the time.
right.
And if it's not, it's gonna mess stuff up.
We used to have this really nice mall in Phoenix. I used to work at a tea shop there, and it's called the Biltmore. And this guy used to bring his wolf hybrids there, and he would just he had this dog. It wasn't even like a leash. It was just like a huge rope that was just tied around the dog. He's just like, and the guy was blind. Actually, the guy was blind.
Oh, this is like
And-
seeing eye dog.
No, he was there to sell puppies.
Oh,
And he would just have them there. And it's like he's just selling puppies.
so he's like the
selling
Ray
wolf-
Charles of the puppy mill
yeah,
scheme, huh?
he's like- yeah.
Nice.
He's running a crazy puppy mill scheme. I mean, the guy might not even been blind. He might.
Oh, dude, that's probably part of it, dude. He probably went. He was what do you call those people that sit on the side of the road and beg for change and they go back to their flat? with all
Oh,
the shit?
dude, yeah, I know.
Panhandlers.
Yeah, panhandlers, but they're like.
Yeah,
they're like clean up. They get in their Mercedes and they drive home.
Oh yeah, but they drive their Mercedes, park it down underneath the bridge, and then climb
Yeah.
up there, sitting there,
Get
set
the
up their
wardrobe.
wheelchair. Dude, I seen a guy setting his setup up once. He's standing there, setting up his wheelchair
Yeah.
in his little cardboard
Oh,
sign like
no.
that.
He was
I was like, "Are you serious right
Like,
now?"
I'm gonna give you some
Remind me of
money.
Trailer
Like
Park
it.
Boys, freaking Ricky's dad.
You know what, man? That's a show I haven't watched much of, but there's a guy on there named Bubbles, right?
Yep.
And
He's
looks
a talented musician.
well. The way Bubbles looks on the show, he looks exactly like my uncle, dude.
Really?
They look exactly the same.
Has he got the thick Coke bottle glasses?
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Your uncle does?
Yeah. His name's Kenny I've only met him a couple times, but I've seen pictures of him. And from the pictures I've seen of him, I'm like, dude,
It's like, dude, what
these
the fuck
guys
is
are right.
Bubbles is my uncle?
Yeah, he's like, yeah. I was for a second there. I'm like, man, I might be entitled to financial compensation.
Yeah, dude. What's up? Take me on tour.
Take me on tour. Let me get to know the boys. So, what brought you up to Crescent City? Did you have family, friends up here?
I had friends.
Okay.
Well, let's see. It was 2018.
18. Okay.
April 2nd.
Okay.
Day after Fool's Day. Or
The day after Fool's Day.
April Fool's
Yeah,
Day,
yeah.
yeah. I didn't want to move on that
Right.
day.
No, you were like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm moving. It's like
Like, you
April
idiots, you should've seen your
Fool's, stupid
faces.
face.
You should have seen your dumb face when I said that to you. And I
Yeah.
moved all my stuff in that U-Haul trailer. You really believed it?
Dude, I would definitely dump money to pull a prank like that.
I would. Dude,
I
that'd
love
be
that.
So
I
funny.
love
Just like
pranking and
discontinue your lease, and should have
Right.
seen your dumb face.
Yeah, dude.
You were crying.
Dude,
leaving
crying.
town.
Yeah, nice whale tears. Bitch.
You
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, sure, sorry.
So you came up here. You had friends up here and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, I did some. I was in my working on myself stage of life.
Okay.
My wife.
Just a little bit closer right here.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
right there. Yeah, you're good. Just Rory's not over here to watch the camera, so we can't.
This guy's the
we
worst
can't
editor
tell.
ever. His outfit doesn't even match.
No, we love Rory. Rory's our favorite.
Roy's cool kid.
Rory's our favorite. But John's got him distracted as all get out. One
does this.
one hour a morning, and John's got him hanging out
Shit.
over there.
They're watching. So Crescent City, yeah. Shout out to my friend, my little sister, Maddie, and at that time, her and my brother Tyler were together, and they had moved over here like a year before that, and so I needed to find a spot. I was living over in Modoc, and my wife and I had decided to separate.
Okay.
So I wanted to be close enough to be able to go pick up my son.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't move down to Joshua Tree.
Gotcha.
Financially, I could have done it, but I would have had to like fly every other week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah.
That's just
So
not. Yeah, it's not fun.
yeah. So this was more feasible. It was like we met halfway. It's like 5 hours to
Yeah.
where we had our farm and stuff. So we just met halfway over like White City, just on the other side of there.
Okay.
But yeah, I came over here to visit, and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool.
Pretty beautiful.
I've been here one other time.
One of the sexiest places in America.
Yeah, it is. California's little hidden sexy gem.
Yeah,
All the nude beaches, dude.
All these nude beaches. I know.
Dude.
When I came here and I saw the nude beaches, I was like, whoa, I gotta buy a better camera.
Dude, and I looked it up, and I mean, it's right there. It's like number 3 in nudist colonies or something like that, right?
It's number 2 and in amount of naked bodies per square mile.
Yeah, that's
There's
crazy,
naked
dude.
bodies
I think
everywhere.
it's because of the coastline. You know how it kind of tucks in.
Mhm.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
I
a lot
mean,
of
we
people
get more
a
distance.
lot of people tucking it in too.
Tucking it
I've
in.
noticed.
Yeah.
Which I love when they tuck it in.
Dude, I mean, you don't want to burn the goods
Yeah.
when you're out on our
yeah.
sexy beaches.
Right, because I'll be like, oh wait, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wait, no, I shouldn't be doing that.
I like to go down on the dunes,
Just get
get in
naked and ride
the
a
nice
motorcycle.
tall grass there. You know, just kind of make a little. I kind of do like this crop circle thing, where I just kind of like walk around. And I just do this like mantra.
Have you ever been up to Indian Sands up there in Brookings?
Dude, beautiful, huh?
Beautiful.
Like, what the heck is this?
That's like one of the places around here that really spoke to me when I moved here. I was like the sand and I don't know, just you. That's like
one of those things you just got to experience it.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to just go there and you're
The
like,
place
what
is
the heck?
beautiful.
Yeah. It's like a little portal.
portal. It is the portal, and they actually say that it's got like some heavy spiritual elements up there. They used to have Native Americans just have like meetings there. It used to be.
Oh, yeah, and the Smiths came through and just like murdered them all.
Oh God.
Yeah, cool.
Cheers. But no, that's so hard.
No, I think that's why there is so much energy here, dude. A lot of terrible things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, as I've always said, you know, I don't understand white pride as far as like colonists coming over here. I don't think we really have anything to be proud about.
No, I can understand. See, here's my take on that, and I usually don't even talk about things like this, but I'll say, like, you can be proud to be Irish, proud to be English, German, Swedish. I believe, like, that there is a certain pride about, like
I understand that,
your
but I mean, as far as,
your
like,
nationality, you know what I mean? But like
the
ethnicity,
patriotic.
but like ethnicity, it's like it gets a little dicey because you're just
Yeah.
like, well, you know, what am I going to represent all things that white people have ever done? It's like, well,
Right.
I don't claim it, you know, all things that anyone's ever done. You know what I mean? It's like so, but wait, I was going to ask you though, when you moved up here, did you start tattooing up here? Did you start
No, I didn't.
Okay. So I'm curious on how you ended up where you're at as far as because I remember it used to be Fine Line Design, right?
Yeah. I had worked for Levi for about a year and a half, I believe. I think it was just under 2 years. I worked with him.
Okay.
Great guy. Him and shout out to him and Leo. We're at Leo's World.
The Fine
dispensary.
Yeah.
Dude, they got. In my opinion, they definitely do have like the best prices and the best selection. All their stuff, like they do a really good job of kind of testing it before they sell it.
Yeah, they're great over there.
Yeah.
I love that place.
But yeah, so I had worked with them and Levi. It just, you know, well, I was working in South Lake Tahoe at Lake Monster Tattoo. Shout out to Reed and Narissa. Down there for 4 years, and my wife and I had got pregnant with our little guy that's going to be 10 years old
10.
next weekend, dude, 22nd, which is funny. God, I'm trailing off here.
No, you're good. No, I like it.
22.
It's good
It's one of
for-
my angel numbers,
You know,
if
it's
you're not
good for
familiar
us
with
to
that,
know.
but 22. So it's funny is that he's born on the 22nd. This year, the June 2nd, will be my 22nd year of tattooing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But
So, and then you met Levi. You started working with him for.
there you go. Thanks
for
for bringing me back.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's my job as the host. You know, just bring you right back.
Doing a
Just
great job.
Remember what we're doing here.
I'm a little ADHD.
No, I love that. No, I like the vibe because I you know because you you expand on every little topic. Like, you know, the worst is, you know, you just
Footnotes.
you just give one thing and then okay, I got to ask another question now. You know, but it's like you actually, you know, you start to just go on little whatever. I like
You
it.
know, it's a little.
It's good. It's for me. It's entertaining. I like listening to stuff like
Oh,
that.
sweet. Thank you. So yeah, I was working with Levi and stuff, and he kind of just over it. His mother unfortunately passed away, and I fortunately still have my mother in my life, so I don't know that
pain.
that pain or that grief or what that's like. And I mean, we all eventually, not all, I guess, some kids die before the parents, but
That's true.
you know, I think that's one of the tough ruts in anyone's life. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
for
the person
sure.
that brought you into this world. Well, at least one half of it.
No, I do think
So I think that's really heavy, and I think he had some like self-reflection and thought, you know, this isn't what I want to do.
yeah.
And that's good. Some people call it midlife crisis, maybe. But I think something when you have trauma like that, or something, life gets real heavy like that, kind of snaps you out of your little. I think a lot of times we get an autopilot.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
9 to 5.
It's how I'm at work
This
all
is
the
what I do
time.
on Thursdays. This is what I do on Saturdays, Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get in that routine, and then all of a sudden,
You don't wake up.
yeah, the universe is like,
Here you
slaps
go.
upside the ear, and your ear starts ringing, and you're like,
You're like looking around, you're like, wait,
I'm
where
gonna
am
go
I?
sit over here for a minute
Yeah.
and think about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, you get that self-reflection, and it's a beautiful thing. It can be. You learn a lot about yourself, and you learn what you do like and what you don't like. I think you need that. Everybody wants to have this beautiful, protected life,
But that's not.
but that's not how you learn, man. You got to go through the hardships and the tragedies.
life is poetic tragedy.
It is.
It's like they always say, like, life is a series of events bookmarked by extremely tragic events. You know what I mean? And that,
It is.
because it's like no matter how, you know, you could win the lottery, 10 million.
Yeah, look at that show they made about
you
that.
could win the lottery, but that'll pale in comparison to losing your,
Yeah. I mean,
your
I'm
wife,
sure
your
most
mom.
people, they lost their parent, they won the lottery. They'd much rather have their parent than
Yeah.
all that money.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's really true. So you were
Richness isn't always judged by money. I think and that's
no, it's
the falsehood
by
that
how
that-
content you are. I feel like that's the
Yeah.
true measure of a life well lived is how happy you are with what you do have. Because people are happy with. We could be happy as humans with very little. It's the potential to have more that is really kills us as humans. It's knowing we could have more. If we didn't know we could have more, we'd be fine with what we have.
right.
You know,
But I think that's what pushes us in an evolution of
it is.
is
100%.
because it's just like
Yeah, that's always the thing.
tweak it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make it better. Try to get to that next level.
Right.
Right. But so you were working with Levi for a few years, and then his mother unfortunately passes. So he's like,
So he took some time off or whatever like that, and then I think he was just like, you know what, I just kind of need to. I want to pass the torch. You know,
Right.
he's like this phase of my life.
yeah,
And this is all speculation. I'm not speaking for truth for Levi.
right,
But mentally, I guess for myself, I think that's how I would see it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I can't do this. And I mean, that's the thing with tattooing. You have to be Ram Dass, be here now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
You can't be over here thinking about, your mom dying and you're trying to lay down some
No,
nice
it's-
delicate lines or
it's-
whatever, it's
yeah. No, 100%.
and then you're with that person, and a lot of times that's the crazy thing about it's very intimate tattooing. I don't think people people a lot of times, I would say maybe the boomer generation kind of looks at it like this almost negative taboo-y
Right.
tint to it.
Like you
where-
dumbass. Why'd you get a tattoo? You dumbass.
Yeah.
You know?
You screwed up your life now.
Yeah, you're
not
gonna
get
Imagine
a job.
what that's gonna look like in 60 years. It's like, okay, well, I'm sure I'm not gonna look that.
Yeah, dude. When I'm 60 years from now, I don't really care.
Everyone's gonna be talking about how nice my skin is. Too bad I have a tattoo on my body.
Yeah. Right. I gotta get my liver removed because I drank too much. But
At least I don't have any tattoos.
so I mean, tats, bro. Stupid.
Dumbass.
You look-
You should have seen your face.
You look dumb over there. Excuse me, a colostomy bag over here. But yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. So then he was like kind of passing.
Yeah, passing the torch out. We had talked and came to an agreement, and it's always been my dream to have my own shop, do it my own way.
And here you are.
Here I am.
on the beautiful coast.
Beautiful coast, man.
Anchor and Sales Tattoos.
Yes, sir.
Gaining notoriety by the day, and you got one really great tattoo artist on the rise, and
Yep.
you got one apprentice who I'm sure is gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, he seems
You
like.
gotta- he's one of those kids you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
So
It's nice. I love it.
Yeah, he's got that drive, which is hard to
Cool.
find these days.
It is hard to find, but people that do have it, like you said, you got to watch out for. And we got the comedy scene out here. We got a couple people out there with the drive.
Sleepers, huh?
Yeah, and it's like out of the darkness, you find the best humor, and I think that's why there will be a lot of great humor coming out of this area, because this is such a, it's such a disenfranchised part of the coast as well as California. We're a bastard of all things. you know, and it's like
Go with State of Jefferson.
real cider.
Durr.
But so there's a lot of. I just think that we have a lot to offer in this town, and
It is.
And
I
that's
wish
kinda what I'm
we could
doing
pull
here.
some industry in here, more employment than just
I think the art's gonna be the I think the art's gonna be the thing.
Dude, there's so many amazing artists here. That the Ukrainian gentleman that had that exhibit down here.
Oh, yeah. I know
Did you check that out?
I never saw it, but I heard about it. I'm like, I know.
Dude, it's mind blowing.
I'm tapping into the. I'm starting to tap more into the scene now, and that's why I want to start having more and more people on the show. I love having people on the show who are artists, who are doing something, a creative force in the community, people that support art, because I feel like those people need to be,
Well, exactly. I mean, and
Need to be heard.
I'm a very firm believer in supporting your community.
that's the
like,
punk way, right?
Yeah, man, is because if you don't have a strong community, you're gonna crumble.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like anything in life. You got to have a solid foundation.
It's funny because you could be a drug addict, right? But if you're good at art, all of a sudden it's
People look past it.
it's good. It's it's not a good thing that you're, but it's just being a drug addict is terrible. But being a drug addict who also does art, like I have a lot of respect for that, because it's such a interesting. Like look at like Kurt Cobain or I love
Lane Staley.
yeah oh God yeah
That's my dog right
every
there.
time, yeah
But
but
chills right now. Gonna
yeah
cry.
but it's like
Well, I mean,
there's
the
something
grunge
beautiful-
era
yeah,
was
there's
driven by
something- yeah,
heroin.
exactly, and there's something just kind of beautiful about it.
It is,
and
man.
It's not great,
From
but
from pain comes beauty.
right from it's like the rose that grew out of the concrete, but a lot of people kind of don't realize that, and we have drug issues in this community as well as every community, but if we can get people also addicted to creating art's hard because you need a play. So art is one half of it, like doing art, but then having somewhere to showcase it is the second half. That they drive each other, like comedy, for instance. If I didn't have the open mic, I probably would have never got into comedy because I could write all the jokes I want, but
Where you gonna take it?
it's a natural human desire to share your art with the tribe,
Right.
and so once you have that, then it really starts, things really start moving,
Well, and I think that's what the thing is about art is leaving your mark and leaving it in its. Generally, I mean, you look at some
Yeah.
of the earliest art in those French caves.
right?
I mean, these are cavemen.
Yeah, like
And the
check my K art.
complicated perspective of it. Everybody's like, these cave people were stupid, just blah, blah, blah. No. So now they've figured out that in that French cave, one of the earliest ones, where they have the bison and the thing like that.
Yeah.
So it's in the cave, right? And in France. So what they
Next to a white
did
flag.
is you start a fire in the entrance. All of a sudden that becomes animated.
Damn, I did not know that.
So there's your first animation ever. Caveman. It's so dumb.
No, they're not.
But yeah, because of the way when you have a flame and it
Yeah,
moving
it'll
around
create a thing.
or whatever like that, so the shadow cast on it, which gives it this effect of the bison running,
Right.
and the people chase it.
Of course, it'd be the French,
Yeah.
Right next to a white flag.
Yeah. Well, I think it's in that Basque area where France.
Oh
and,
yeah. Yeah.
Spain, right?
Man,
Geography again.
geography, baby.
Woo.
This is pretty much the first episode of Salty Sundays where the person that I'm interviewing I've never really had a in-depth conversation with. So this was I feel like this was a good, I feel like this was a good productive conversation, man.
I love conversation.
Love conversating, and I feel like we learned a lot. We learned a lot about Wisconsin. Learned a lot about you. It's good, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys having me. I'd love
Yeah.
to do this again.
Do you have anybody you want to shout out or give reference to or anything you want to promote or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, aside from tattooing and piercing, I also do music promotions. I got 2 shows coming up next month here. Valentine's Day at Anateca. We have Spirit Mothers coming back.
Okay.
Amazing band, 4-piece. They have a violinist.
And that's on Valentine's Day?
That's on Valentine's Day. And then
they have what'd you say? They have a
violinist.
violinist?
Dude.
Okay, that's
It's
sick.
my friend Armand and his amazing wife Sarah's usually with, but not all the time she can make it. So then she has which they went to school together for music, and so she fills in. But the best is, and unfortunately I didn't catch it this time, but when they have the two of them together, they do like doing.
Some good chemistry there, huh?
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
amazing music. And then 2 weeks later, another Wednesday show. I have this amazing band. I'm stoked to have them called Smoky Mirrors out of Dallas, Texas. They're like
Oh,
heavy
Nice.
psych rock, blues.
I was just in Texas. I was just in Austin, California, Texas.
My ex is
So
leaving
they're called
Texas.
what?
Smoky Mirrors.
Smoky Mirrors.
And
That's
then
gonna be
Valentine's Day, Daryl's doing a surf and turf dinner.
Sick.
And which is cool is I pulled some strings with my friends there, and the violinist will be playing for about an hour, just like classic
Nice. That's gonna be
concerto
awesome.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, the
man.
14th and 28th, and my production company is called Beautiful Mind Productions.
Beautiful Mind.
Yeah,
Let's
you can
get
find
some
us
Divine
on good
Productions
old
going on right
FB Facebook.
Okay, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell
So
yeah, man.
there's that, and I'd like to thank John and Cynthia for
Yeah.
providing the venue to do this. I'd like
Yeah.
to thank you and old distracted boy over there for having me, man. This is
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited for what you guys are doing. The comedy night, man. Like
Yeah.
this is what I like, man. Giving back to the community and making a community, giving people something to do and bringing a little something different, man.
We're building it.
building
Yes,
the scene.
sir. Yeah, shout out to Porta Pints and John and Cynthia.
Yeah,
Without them, this whole thing wouldn't-
Heiser bombs. Prime.
this whole podcast wouldn't even have, really been possible. So we appreciate them and everything they do.
What I would like to say, not sucking butt here, but like
Sucking butt's what we like.
clicking and clacking.
We're not
Gabby?
sucking butt. If we miss that, I don't want that to be missed.
Right? This one time in the 90s, huh? But
time at
no,
man
but what's
camp.
cool about John and Cynthia is that I think they have the vision of like you and I do. We just want to bring something different to this community. This not trying to be political at all, but I feel like this area's been stagnant. You know what I mean? Everybody's kind of been content, but now,
Let's shake it up.
let's shake it up a little bit,
in
dude.
That Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, man, steak and lobster is awesome, but you eat it every day. You don't. It's like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just like
Yeah. Want
kind of over it. Let's do
wanna
something different.
Eat some ass and eat some cupcakes too. You know what I'm saying?
Some acid cupcakes, dude.
No, eat some
Dude.
ass. Yeah, but yeah, acid cupcakes, whatever.
Eat some ass, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna start eating ass around here.
Yeah, dude. Crescent City, eating ass capital, California.
Ooh, we could be in the ass eating capital of California.
Dude, I mean, we're number 2 in the nudist beach colony.
And number
yeah.
1 in naked people per square mile.
Yes. Don't forget that, folks. That's true knowledge right there. Look it up. Google it.
All right, brother. Well,
All
we
right, man.
appreciate you having you on. And we're
Oh.
going like that.
Oh.
We're doing it.